Okay, so let's quickly recap week 5, look ahead to week 6. So I'm looking at the grades right now. Looks like there's a couple of you that need to make up some work here, some of the quizzes, and some of you didn't get in the discussion. So let's get started on that. I will be submitting midterm grades tomorrow, so I hope you guys that are a little bit behind do get that caught up. The discussions, those should be graded later tonight, if not tomorrow morning. But good work on those. A lot of good activity in there again, and I appreciate that. So let's move week 6 over to here. So for week 6, we're going to be going over the criminal investigation process, covering effective ways to apply it, the investigative process to looking into sex offenses and crimes against children. You're going to read through chapters 10 and 11 in your textbook, which are sex offenses and crime against children. Okay, for our discussion this week, we're going to be covering human trafficking. Human trafficking can be described as recruiting, harboring, transporting, providing, or obtaining a person for compelled labor or commercial sex acts. This is done through the use of force, fear, fraud, or coercion. So you're going to list at least 3 red flags that law enforcement officers must look for when trying to identify either victims or perpetrators of human trafficking. Then you're going to list 3 law enforcement models that have emerged to combat sexual exploitation. Special task forces, strike forces, and law enforcement. Go over which approach you feel would work best to combat child sexual exploitation and provide a rationale to support your response. You also need to respond to at least one other post as well. Okay, then we have our homicide investigation assignment this week. There's 2 parts to it. The first part, the classification of homicide, you're going to create a table to be a job aid in comparing different types of homicides. They're an example of your instructions. Okay, for the second part, it's the case analysis. You're going to analyze a closed homicide case in your community, or as close as you can in your community. You should have access to select a case from the Nexus Uni in the assignment preparation activity from last week. If you have not completed this activity, go back and complete it before continuing this assignment. Okay, the second part needs to be 3 to 4 pages in the body of the report, the narrative. This doesn't include your title page or your reference page, but 3 to 4 pages in your investigation. I've listed these, what your analysis should include in the announcement, and it's also in your assignment instructions as well too. So, again, if you have any questions throughout this week, please contact me anytime. If you have called and texted and emailed me, either way is great, whatever works best for you. So, good luck to all of you in week 6.